The first week of September will see us boarding a plane for the journey to Helsinki, Finland, where the transition to a foreign-based faith journey will officially begin. Finland is bordered by Russia to the east, with Norway and Sweden bordering the west. The population of Finland is over 5,300,000, with the vast majority of people living in the southern half of the country and the greatest density around the capital city of Helsinki. Over the last 60 years, Finland has emerged to become one of the world's most prosperous and progressive nations. It boasts a great standard of living and education, low crime and corruption, and a booming technology industry with such recognizable brand names as Nokia and Linux being based there. While both Finnish and Swedish are considered official languages, conversation should not be a problem for us, as a great deal of the population in the Helsinki area speaks some English. Finland is not a diverse, multicultural country, as less than 2% of all Finnish residents are foreigners. As could be expected, ice hockey is the country's national passion, but all sorts of winter sports, most involving skis, as well as a version of baseball and track and field events, are also popular during their particular seasons. 4 out of every 5 Finns consider themselves to be a part of the Lutheran Church. Many of these people, however, only attend on Christmas and Easter, yet they still consider themselves very religious. The remaining population is scattered among a very diverse group of religions, including Catholics, Jews, and Muslims. Finland has a rich culture with a love for the arts, which can be seen throughout the country. Its rich heritage can be witnessed through its architecture, paintings, and statues. While in Finland, we will be assisting newly appointed missionaries Mark and Glenda Alphen, who along with their daughters Miranda and Candace will be arriving just shortly before we do. We will be in Finland for 3 months. During that time, we'll be helping the Alphens to get settled and make contacts throughout the Helsinki area in preparation for starting their first house church. Finland has been without a United Pentecostal Church appointed missionary for many years, yet the Alphens have already made several prospective contacts during their time leading up to their departure for Finland. The circumstances of God bringing us together with the Alphen family is certainly a miraculous one, but it has become obvious to us that He has divinely orchestrated our paths crossing. We are excited about this opportunity to be a part of the United Pentecostal Church of Finland. After a brief return trip to the States, we'll be leaving once again in early January 2011. This time our destination will be Riga, Latvia. Latvia is bordered on 3 sides by Estonia, Russia, Belarus, and Lithuania. To the west lies the Baltic Sea. Latvia's population of around 2,200,000 is also most densely concentrated in the urban areas. Latvia is a small country about the size of West Virginia, yet it also is rich in ancient history and traditions. Much of this history has helped Latvia to build up its tourism attractiveness. The breathtaking scenes of nature and landscapes to the vast array of medieval castles and culture of the ancient Latvians have proven to be a solid foundation upon which this industry is building. While much of Latvia's history is founded under Russian rule, in 1991 they again declared their independence, and in 1994 the last of the Russian occupation left the country. In 2004, Latvia became a part of NATO as well as the European Union. Language will pose more of a difficult problem in Latvia, with Latvian and Russian being the major languages spoken. Latvians and Russians also comprise over 85% of the population. About 35% of Latvia's residents are either a part of the Lutheran or Orthodox Church. According to most recent statistics, nearly 64% of Latvians are listed as unspecified in their religious affiliation. This leaves a tremendous field of opportunity from which to harvest. In the Baltics, we will be working with missionaries Mark and Robin Schutz. The Schutz were appointed as intermediate missionaries in 1996 and promoted to career in 2003. They have served in Estonia, Poland, and Belarus before moving to Latvia in 2007. Our responsibilities in the Baltics will focus on the training of national pastors, their wives, and ministerial staff. Missionary Schutz has a well-developed and proven plan in place for blitzing numerous areas with AIM workers for about a 3-month period, and then bringing in long-term aimers to help assume the training and responsibility for those who have recently been exposed to the truth of the gospel. In addition to furthering the work in the Baltic states this next term, the Schutz are also taking on the responsibility of opening up Siberia to this wonderful message. Some contacts have already been made, and some have already been brought into truth. This has just been a brief review of the faith journey that God has called us to. We cannot do it alone. We first must continue to have the leading and direction of the Holy Ghost. Without that, our efforts will be futile. We are asking you to partner with us in prayer. We earnestly covet your prayer covering that our efforts will prove fruitful. And finally, we would ask for you to please consider partnering with us financially. Eastern Europe is a very expensive region of the world in which to live, and as a result, our budget here would be more than some other areas of the world. That being said, however, our budget is significantly lower than that of a career missionary. We can't do this without you, and we thank you in advance for your support of Faith Journey.